but it doesn't move the needle in the magnitude we do need to really change society and change the way in which our environment operates. So we believe that what needs to be done is what I call an approach for systemic change.
We've seen this decline in our academic achievement in students. How do you think that ties with the Common Core aligned college and career readiness standards that we have here in Texas now? I saw it firsthand because I have an older son and a younger son. Both of them had the same math teacher. Both of them were taught math in completely different ways.
Well, let me go to something a little bit more fundamental that's real simple to cure. In 2011, or maybe it's 12, or maybe it's 13, I can't remember. At that point in time, we lowered the requirements to graduate from high school from 4 years of math and science to 3. So forget the curriculum. We basically said, we're now only going to require you to complete 3 years of math and science. When we did that, as a state, we were the only place in the known universe that was decreasing math and science standards. Every other place in the universe was increasing math and science standards, and we lowered them. And guess what? We have fewer students prepared to complete 14 years of education. That's not rocket science. And so I think, we need to grapple with kind of some fundamentals here. First, and one of them is, and I've heard this argument very well, not everybody needs to go to college. You're right. But everybody needs to complete 14 years of education. When I graduated from high school, again, back in the dark ages, you could just have a high school degree and you could go to work on an oil rig, and if you had a strong back and a good work ethic, you can make a good living, support a family, buy a bass boat, retire. Those jobs don't exist. And yes, that puts a lot of strain on our public education system. And yes, we're demanding more of our education system, but that's reality. The world has changed. In China, I know, I met with the Minister of Education, I've been to China. Every high school graduate in China must pass physics and calculus to get a high school degree. And we said you can quit taking algebra 2 because it's hard.
You can't answer healthcare and this.
But listen, here's what I believe strongly. We have to set the standards of where we want to strive. And then we need to understand not everybody can achieve that standard. But we cannot quit trying. We can't just say.
But who sets those standards? That's the problem, is the standards that have been lowered, like you said.
Totally. So is that the answer?
No, the answer is to get back. When asked, what do we do? It's reading, writing, math, and history.
Oh, listen, we're at reading, writing, and math, and we've lowered the standards on reading, writing, and math.
Why?
Because teachers said not everybody
No.
can. Oh, yes,
ma'am. The state said.
No, ma'am.
State,
No, ma'am.
The
No,
state
ma'am.
said the
Same thing in
standard.
California.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
state
That's not right. That's not right.
Was it your commissioner?
No, ma'am. It is up to each individual school. Yes, ma'am. All the data does is report what happened.
Punitive part of it.
What's the punitive part?
The punitive
What's
part.
the punitive part? Tell me what's the punitive part?
Punitive necessarily.
I know my child's teacher. The same, it wasn't the teacher that said the standards changed. It was because the State Board of Education changed the standards to align to the college and career readiness standards. We know the history, and that standards change impacted my child.
All right. Well, we'll probably have to respectfully disagree because what I will tell you is the standard of the third grade. Look, keep in mind, all we test is grades 3 through 8.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
and
And we
those
only
tests
test-
are not tests. The STAR test is not valid. It's
And
not
it was a
actually
criterion
testing.
reference test,
Yes.
excuse me,
Yeah.
which is supposed to be a support for learning, but it's been used as a summative.
Yeah,
So it's been misused.
it's been misused. It's not valid
Misused by who?
by the state.
What has the state ever done to your school? Besides a newspaper story. Besides a newspaper. No.
Let me tell you, when you
No,
work,
ma'am. Nobody's forced you to change it.
there is a pressure in the education system now.
Pressure. Nobody's forced you to change it. Let me tell you something. Yeah, I would defy any teacher to tell me that she has been forced to teach to the test.
Oh,
Now
absolutely.
wait a minute. Now wait a minute.
Can't believe you're saying that.
Of course I can say because let me tell you something. Every time, who is forcing that teacher? Who's forcing that teacher?
The
That teacher.
accountability system that is set up by the state with the STAR test.
And then
When the STAR results come back,
Yeah,
when the STAR results come back, and you have a commissioner of education who is taking over school districts based on an
Tell
invalid
me what school district you believe is taken over.
Waco ISD, Houston ISD, Dallas
Houston has not
ISD.
been taken. The ISD has not been taken over. That it has not been taken over.
So they brought in choice schools and magnet schools, and you don't go to school based
Nobody
on your
has
zip.
taken over the school. Nobody has taken over the school.
I have 9,
Dallas Independent School District has not been taken over.
not the district. I've seen it happen.
Individual schools have.
But let me change that. So what do you think ought to happen?
Here. If I were going to do anything, the first thing that I would do, and I mean this with all my heart,
Yeah.
I would ask for a solid audit and a statistical analysis of where is the money that you're getting, where is it going?
My question was, how would you test for third grade reading?
You don't want it.
Here's the question,
I don't have
though.
All
that
I want to know, can a child read?
And I can
And
tell
I'm
you,
entailed to know as a taxpayer, can a child read?
and I can,
How would you assess it?
What did we do before? What
Let me
did
tell
we
you
do
something. When I
before?
grew up, I took a national test every year.
so did
That
we.
was actually a test that was testing, do you know 2 + 2 is 4?
Correct.
And do you know, that's the problem.
So are
is
you
the
for a national
assessments-
test?
I'm
No,
for a valid test.
a valid test.
Okay.
Thank you, a
Then I would-
valid test.
Then I
Because the
think I'd
tests
love
are
for you
not,
to find that valid test and advocate for it.
there is not one test available currently because everything is aligned to the Common Core, and the Common
Do you know
Core is not
why
testing.
is teachers
2 + 2.
insisted that it be aligned? Teachers, I was there. I proposed that we not have curriculum standards. I wanted at the beginning, this is way back in the 80s, just let everybody take an Iowa basic skills test. No, wait a minute, and see if they can read. You know who fought that? Teachers. Teachers.
We weren't there.
Every teacher group in the state opposed that.